Welcome to Grace Beyond Measure. Tonight, as the world around you falls asleep, let your soul rest. Let go of the heavy burdens of the day. Take a deep breath in and exhale all your worries. Tonight, we will listen to a special tale, the Shelter He Built Jesus story. If you want to listen to Bible stories to find quietness, you are in the right place. This is a safe space for bedtime Bible stories, a Christian story designed to bring healing to your heart. We will take a journey together, from the windy shores of Galilee to the quiet hill of Golgotha. This is a story of Jesus. It is about faith and eternal peace. The shores of Galilee always hold a quiet beauty at dawn. The wind carries the scent of salt and seaweed. On the cold sand, fishermen sit in silence. They are Simon and Andrew. They are washing their heavy, torn nets. They spent a long night on the water, but they caught nothing. Their hands are bleeding. Their eyes are heavy with exhaustion. That is their daily life, full of hardship and worry. But this morning is different. From a distance, a crowd approaches. Thousands of people press in, desperate to hear him teach. In the center of the crowd is Jesus the Carpenter. His hands once shaped wood and drove nails, but now he is doing a much greater work. He is building a kingdom. He steps onto Simon's small boat. He uses the simple vessel as his pulpit. His words echo perfectly over the water. They are not dry rules. They are words of life. They are the pure love of God. When the crowd disperses, silence falls over the water. Jesus turns to Simon. He tells him to row out to the deep water and cast his nets. It is a command that defies all fishing logic. Simon hesitates. He is tired. He is discouraged. But the teacher's eyes hold perfect peace. "At your word, I will let down the nets," Simon replies. And then the miracles of Jesus unfold. The nets become incredibly heavy. Thousands of fish thrash against the ropes, tearing the linen. The boat sinks low under the weight of sheer grace. In that overwhelming moment, Simon Peter does not look at the fish. He looks at the Lord. He falls to his knees, trembling and full of awe. "Depart from me, for I am a sinful man, O Lord." But the Lord does not leave. The master builder never throws away rough materials. He looks right into Simon's soul. He sees the solid rock beneath the rough surface. He smiles and touches Simon's shoulder. "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will be catching men." He called ordinary fishermen. He chose them as the first living stones of his kingdom. They leave everything behind, the nets, the boats, the shore, and they follow him. The life of Jesus on earth was not always spent in the sunshine. Following him meant walking through dark storms. One night, as they cross the lake, a fierce wind strikes. The waves roar. Water fills the small boat. The seasoned fishermen are terrified. They panic. They are certain they will die. But in the stern of the boat, Jesus is sleeping. He rests his head on a cushion, completely undisturbed. They wake him in a panic. "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He wakes up. He is not afraid. He looks at the raging storm. He looks at his trembling friends. He stands and commands the wind and the sea. "Peace! Be still!" Instantly, the wind dies down. The lake becomes as smooth as glass. Jesus calms the storm. A profound, holy silence covers the water. He turns to them. "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" They stand there in absolute awe of his power. They realize that the safest harbor is not made of stone or wood. the safest place in the world is right beside him. That the kingdom he builds is not made of regular timber. It is built with blood and tears. We now arrive at the darkest chapter, the crucifixion of Jesus. The deepest lessons from the life of Jesus are found right here on the hill of Golgotha. He is betrayed by a friend. He is mocked, beaten, and rejected. The carpenter is nailed to a rough, splintered wooden cross. Every breath he takes is pure agony. The sky turns pitch black. The sun hides its face. All of creation holds its breath at the pain of the Creator. The sacrifice on the cross is not an accident. It is a divine blueprint. It is the ultimate price he willingly pays to buy back our lost souls. He takes the violent storm of our sins upon himself so we can have peace. On that rugged cross, he is finishing his greatest masterpiece. When he cries out, "It is finished," he bows his head. The temple veil tears in two. The way to God is finally open. He gave his very life to build a permanent shelter for humanity. But the story does not end in a dark tomb. Darkness can never hold the light. Death cannot bind the author of life. On the third day, the first rays of the sun pierce the morning mist. The heavy stone is rolled away. The tomb is completely empty. The resurrection of Jesus shatters every chain of despair. The Easter story is the greatest song of victory in all of history. He is alive. He appears to his disciples who are hiding in fear. He greets them with a simple promise: peace be with you. All their terror melts away. Their tears of grief turn to pure joy. The fishermen who once abandoned him are now filled with unshakable power. His kingdom is established. The shelter he built stands incredibly firm. No storm and no darkness can ever destroy a house built on the eternal rock. Dear friend, the gospel of Jesus is a timeless message. This story of faith is not just about the past, it is your story today. Perhaps tonight you are facing your own heavy storms. You are carrying worries, heartaches, and sleepless nights. If you need hope in hard times, Christian, remember this story tonight. Remember the carpenter who turned ordinary men into pillars of faith. Remember the Lord who commands the winds and the waves. Remember the love that bled on the cross for you. Finding peace in God does not mean you will never face the rain. It means you have a safe place to hide. You have the shelter he built. A warm, secure refuge where you are always welcomed, always forgiven, and deeply loved. As you close your eyes tonight, let the worries of the world slip away. Step into his shelter. If your soul found comfort in this journey, please subscribe to Grace Beyond Measure. We strive to bring you audio experiences that feel like the best Christian movies, told with peace and reverence, so you always have a quiet place to return to. Sleep well. May the peace of God be with you, tonight and forever.